Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I have some super cool custom planner spreads to share with you. Let's do it! All right, we are jumping in with Bobby's spread, and Bobby uses a classic dashboard. Both the spreads I'm going to do in this video are dashboard spreads, and you can see me looking through this gorgeous collection from Kelly Bangs. It's called Let's Get Crafty. It's got to be one of my favorite collections, maybe of all time. It is adorable. If you are a crafter and you don't have this collection, you need to go check it out. It is so cute. I will definitely link it down below. But let's get back to Bobby's spread. I love the theme she requested. We are wrapping up a month of organization over on Patreon. We've been working on organizing our craft spaces. And so Bobby asked for a craft room organization themed spread, which is like a woman after my own heart. I love it. And so I did something a little bit different for her spread. Bobby uses planners for all different kinds of things, and I thought that this spread could be used a couple of ways. Yes, you can set it up for a particular week, but I changed it up so that she could set it up more as like a planning layout for getting her crafting, her planning space, for getting it all in order, almost like a task list, a to-do list, a dream, like things you're thinking about for your space. I think you can change up your planner spreads and make them work for you, especially because I know a lot of us have a few extra planners on hand. I will raise my hand. I certainly have a few extra planners, and I don't need them all for weekly planning, but I can use them to plan all kinds of things in my life, and that's what we're going to do with this particular spread. So what I did to start out, I chose a couple of pieces of paper from the Let's Get Crafty line, and then what I did was cut them down to 7 by 9¼ a piece because that's the size of a classic happy planner. I trimmed out a floral detail that could extend from one side to the other. You can see I trimmed out the dashboard planner, and I'm planning on covering up Saturday. Here's why. I have this vision in my head that this is not necessarily a weekly planner. Can it be? Yes, but I'm eventually going to end up whiting out all of the days. I'll add labels here in a few minutes that can be relabeled all kinds of different things. So the labels could be relabeled with the days of the week if that is how Bobby chooses to use her planner. It could also be relabeled with areas of the room, categories of craft supplies. There's some different things that she could do. You could take each of those boxes and label them desk, bookshelf, filing cabinet, and kind of make an almost like bulleted task list, things that you need to do in each of those spaces. You could almost do an inventory of paints and stickers and washi tape and do a general inventory of things in your craft room. There's so many ways you could use the section over to the side. So I just went ahead and did all the whiting out of all of the dates, and Bobby can fill it in as she sees fit. I'm also cutting apart the left side of the dashboard planner, and this is something that you could do every single week. Use your scrapbooking supplies with your planners. It's just such a fun way to customize. Do you have time to do it every week? Probably not, but every now and then change it up. And if you do, cut apart these lists. You can see I cut them, all those boxes apart, and I'm just matting them on some scrapbook paper, one of which coordinates exactly with the one that's over on the right. And then this one has a lot of pinky tones and a little bit of orange that will coordinate nicely. And I'm just adding the matting to a few of these boxes, and I will layer them, cluster them over on the left-hand side. They'll still be functional. Again, in my head, I think this is a great planning spread for Bobby to plan some DIYs that she's hoping to do in her creative space, kind of set her focus, set her plan for what she wants, her creative vision. That's probably the word I was thinking of. Set her vision for what she wants her creative space to look like. I think that's what the left side could be used for. And then the right side, maybe more of an inventory, maybe more of some task lists. There's some different things that she can do over there. So I originally cut out 4 boxes. I'm actually only going to end up using 3 once I start putting things back on the spread. But here's where I pull out the sticker book that goes with this collection for real. This is just the most adorable. Look at these. They're perfect. These labels fit perfectly in this dashboard layout. I'm going to put them over where I white it out. And again, you can use these labels and write the days of the week over the top of them, or you can use them to write some different categories. I did cover up a whole box. I covered up all of the Saturday box. However, you can add another label at the top, which you'll see me do in just a moment. And because I already did whiteout on the Monday through Friday at the top, ta-da, you can totally use that as a regular day of the week now. So I kind of shifted where that extra box, I guess, is on the dashboard layout to make it work for how I wanted to decorate the spread. See how that works? Isn't that so cute? I haven't even added any crafty elements yet, and still it feels crafty to me. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and punch my pages because before I get things set over on the left side, I wanted to go ahead and know where the holes would be, and the spread is already coming together so well. I'm taking a look at some of the stickers. This comes in the big 12 by 12 paper pack. This crafty desk makes me so happy. I know that Bobby is really into planning, and so I thought this desk was kind of perfect. It's got its little typewriter and the cute lamp. I think it's so fun and pretty. And then there's always, I feel like a planning chair is so important. A cute chair in your creative space just really sets it apart. That's actually something I'm looking for my space. I need a chair that is A, cute, and B, good for my back, because now that I'm getting a little bit older, it's hard to sit in a chair and my shoulders hurt after working on the computer all day. It ends up being a lot. Anyway, back to Bobby's spread. I'm gonna start getting these boxes over here. See how it's fun to kind of cluster these in a different way? You're still getting a ton of functionality, a ton of writing room, but you can just make it work for what you're looking for. You can see I end up taking that notes one off just because I was covering up too many of the florals, and I wanted those florals to show in the space and to really kind of be highlighted. But you still have all of these great lists. They're just so cute. And you got your chair and your desk. This crafty space is coming together beautifully. So over on the left-hand side, there are already titles in that section, but I want to cover those titles. So this one says, "Excuse my mess." Again, I kind of envision that Bobby can use this space to sketch out some of her ideas for her crafty space, make a plan. This one says, "I can make this," or "I can make that." And I thought that would be a good kind of DIY list. And then my happy place, things she's looking for her creative space. Now that we got that done, it is time to decorate. Definitely need the little tote with all of the supplies. That is adorable. We're definitely going to put some highlighters, mild liners, because of course, I think Bobby definitely uses those in her planning. We got the little bits and bobbins in the mason jars. I love that. Washi tape definitely has to go down, not actual washi tape, but the little rolls of washi tape. Bobby definitely loves this. It's so fun to work on these spreads for patrons. Bobby, I've gotten to know her through many of our Zoom calls, and I just was kind of envisioning her as I'm working on this, and I just know that she's going to find a great way to use the spread to kind of plan out her space. So originally I was going to do icons next to each of the labels, but then I decided that was a little bit too busy. So we're just going to do a few of them. I went with the scissors and the camera, and then I thought this jar looked like it was full of Happy Planner discs, which would be perfect because Bobby has plenty of those as well. And then I'm trying to figure out how I want to finish out the spread. It feels a little stark over on the right-hand side, like it just drops off after the desk. This one says, like, I want all the stickers, which is perfect. I love my happy place, my craft room right here, and I'm going to kind of nestle it under where the desk is so that it fills in. There was some white space there that I just wasn't digging, so we're going to fill that in. I'm trying to figure out where this particular sticker is going to go because I need it to be on there because Bobby loves stickers just as much, if not more than I do. It's hard to love stickers more than I do, but Bobby loves her some stickers. Look how cute that spread came out. I'm absolutely loving it. Just one more sticker over on the left-hand side, and I think it's going to work great. So fun. All right. That's Bobby's spread. Bobby, I hope you love your spread. I can't wait to hear how you plan to use it. Next up is Jennifer's spread. Jennifer also uses the dashboard layout, but she always changes up the left-hand side of the layout, which I think is one of the perks to using the dashboard layout, is that you have a lot of freedom on that side. So what I'm going to do is cut down these two pieces of paper. This is actually a textured cardstock. I thought it had a little bit more interest to it. That's going to form the basis of my planner spreads, because once again, I'm going to cut apart these spreads. It's one of the reasons that I really enjoy buying undated planners and or the extension packs, because then it makes it really easy to cut apart some of the extra pages. Jennifer requested a purple floral spread, and I could not be more excited to create one of those because, of course, purple is one of my favorite colors, and I knew that Live Love Posh sticker books were going to be absolutely perfect for this. In case you didn't know, Live Love Posh has a whole series of rainbow floral sticker books. They came out last year and you could buy a box set. Now you can buy the individual colors, which I think is great, because if you have a favorite color, then that's an excellent way to go. I do have a coupon code for Live Love Posh. It is Scrappy10, and I have an affiliate link down in the description box of this video. So make sure if you want to check out those rainbow florals, they are so useful. They come with rainbow florals and with boxes and lots of functional pieces, which I think make them super useful as far as planning sticker books. You can just grab one sticker book and do an entire spread. It's pretty awesome. I actually went back and forth between the purple florals and the new Love Yourself sticker book, which I absolutely think is beautiful for the spring, but it had a little more green in it, these florals that you're seeing on camera, and I wanted to go with florals that were a little bit more strictly purple. There are some pinks, but mostly purple. So I'm going to go with those. That's from the Purple Florals sticker book. And then you can see I had a piece of scrap paper that had a bunch of picture frames on it, and it also happens to be purple, which was absolutely perfect because I like to do something always a little bit unusual for my custom planner spread, something that they wouldn't normally just get on their own with regular sticker books. So bringing in scrapbooking supplies is always a way to add just a little bit of extra interest. So I spent a little time fussy cutting out those frames, making them into basically die cut paper pieces. I'm attaching the two sides of the dashboard layout to the white. Basically, I wasn't wanting the stars and the bright colors that were one of the hints in that undated refill. And now let's start putting some things down on the page. So I spent a little time trying to figure out how I'm going to cluster different pieces. I knew Live Love Posh has a lot of corner pieces, which I think are great because they give you a jumping off point on your page. So like putting some florals down in the corner is a great way to just kind of get something down on the page, and it gives you something to build off of. And I thought these frames would be perfect for covering up some of the pieces on this page that I didn't want showing, some of the banners and headings. And then it's just a fun place to write some of the different things you might have going on that week, whether it's special appointments, whether it's birthdays, you know, any kind of thing you want to highlight, you could use these picture frames and write it directly onto there. I'm trimming out the middle of the picture frame because I do want it to look like it's actually hanging. I had a little trouble with my craft knife though. It was a little bit loose and I couldn't get it to stay tight, which was really weird. Normally it does great. So it made a weird cut and I was having to like clean it up, but there, see, isn't that cute? The picture frame just hanging there. So we're gonna put that down later. When I cut the middle out of another picture frame, I learned my lesson, and if you use a straight edge when you're using your craft knife, like something to cut against, it just works so much better. So for instance, this one I want to layer over here. We'll use a little bit of whiteout to cover up where it says focus on, because that's where I want some florals to go. So let's cover that up and then put some florals down, and then I'll cut apart this next frame, cut out that little middle section. And again, when I pull out a little credit card, it works so much better against a straight edge. So that's my recommendation. I should have known that. I feel like that's something I've known in the past, but I needed a little reminder. So if you also needed a little reminder that your craft knife will work better with a straight edge, there you go. Helpful reminder of the day. I'm loving the function of this little cluster of picture frames. I think it's so pretty. I love these florals. I think they're soft and feminine and beautiful. And I actually think the purple really works nicely for spring or winter. I feel like it's one of those more transitional colors. In spring, I think really bright colors, but purples can come in as well. Now I have another corner piece, and again, the corner pieces make it really easy to kind of know A, where to put the sticker, and B, it helps set the tone for the page. So we're going to put a corner piece down. The checkpoints that are on this particular layout are all pink. Since I'm really wanting to highlight purple, I'm going to use some of the functional bullet points. Again, in these rainbow floral sticker books, there are so many functional pieces, tons of boxes, tons of headers, tons of bullet points. And so I'm just using an array of purple bullet points, and we are covering up every single pink box because pink is wonderful, but purple's just so pretty. So we'll cover that up, and then we'll put a couple of headings to cover up what I have going on over here. This one says get it done, and then there's another one that says or important. I thought that'd be a good place to put kind of priorities for the week. So pretty functional, still some great writing places. And because I love the purple so much, I'm going to go ahead and take the time to put these stickers over on the right side as well. Brings that purple across, gives it a uniform feeling. These are great if you are redating spreads or changing up spreads. I love having all of the days of the week in all of the different colors. It's pretty great. And now we just have to deal with the right side a little bit. I want to bring in more florals. I love this big long floral piece. I figured it would be great at the top. Originally, I thought if I were to put it down, it would just cover up that pink, but really the pink was still coming through. So I'm going to go ahead and take the time to do some whiteout over the top just so that I don't have to see that pink. And then I have to pull up the Monday because the florals are going to go down where the Monday is, but it covers up that section really well and really sets the tone at the top of the spread. And you can see I'm trying to be really careful so that she can still write. Sometimes you can bring those stickers too low and you can't write over the top of them very easily unless you have a slick writing pen. And so I oftentimes put it up just a little bit higher and then trim it off like you see right here. Now, my original plan was actually to pull purple boxes from the Live Love Posh sticker book, but because I had found these frames and I had so many of them trimmed out, I thought, let's change it up. Let's just be fun and a little bit quirky and use frames as the boxes. It's one of the reasons I love scrapbook paper, because you can do so many things. It can be your whole background. You can cut out individual images. You can tear along the side and create a washi tape look. There's so many options with scrapbook paper. I thought it would be fun to have some of the boxes around. So I spread those around. We need some florals to kind of balance out the left-hand side. And then we will be adding a couple more sets of florals to the right-hand side. I'm trying to figure out, do I want it horizontal, vertical? We'll go horizontal. For some reason, I feel like a lot of times it's easier to write and horizontal, so we'll nestle a box down there. Have to lift up Saturday a little bit. This is a pretty big box down on Saturday, but I thought it was fun. I thought it worked and balanced out. I tried to do the boxes on the right hand side, the heavier boxes towards the bottom, smaller boxes towards the top, just to give it a little bit of flow and balance. I love this long skinny one. I think it's perfect and it kind of highlights what's up on Monday. We'll put that right there. As I'm nestling in, I decided I needed one more set of florals. I'll put it on Tuesday, and then we'll add some florals in the bottom corner of the right hand side. Not the one that already has florals, but near the other picture frame. It just needs a little something else, but I think this one came together. Let me know what you think. Thanks so much for joining me today. How do you like to change up your dashboard style planners? I think they are one of the most versatile kinds of layouts because there's just so many options on how you can make it work for you, which is fantastic. I will link all of the supplies that I used in the description box below. I do have affiliate links for the whole scrapbook line, Let's Get Crafty from Kelly Bangs, and then I have that coupon code for Live Love Posh, Scrappy10, so make sure to check that out. A huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. We're having so much fun. We're having creative time and creative inspiration, and I absolutely love everything that's going on over there. If you want to check out Patreon, then you can check out the link in the description box below. All right, I hope that you have a fabulous day, and as always, keep it creative.